Oh, what's going on YouTube? Metal Complex here. And today, what do you guys think of this? Huh? I got rid of the background. It's just me. Just me floating around. Anyways, I'm going to put me right up here. And we're going to take a look at BladeBinge today. If you guys have never checked out BladeBinge, I know most of you at this point have. If you're new, if you've never watched one of these videos before, check out BladeBinge, especially if you like buying, selling, and trading on the secondary market. This is the central hub. This is the place to do that. It is absolutely 100% the safest place to sell your stuff or to buy things that other people have previously owned. Before BladeBinge, it was kind of the Wild West, so thank goodness they exist. But my favorite thing about BladeBinge is the volume of grails that are, you know, basically listed every single day. It makes for a good time, and it's very, very intriguing to be able to go in and potentially find something amazing. So we're going to go through that today. I will link BladeBinge down in the description. Definitely worth checking out for yourself. But if you want to, you know, follow along with me, I encourage you to, because it should be fun. Nick Nichols 3.5-inch guppy. It's a good looking knife. Oh, hold on. We got to see the texturing on the frame here. Oh, I knew it. Oh, yes. Oh, I do like that. I do like that a lot. What's this? Is that is that actually Damascus? Hold on, move out of the way. Complex, you big idiot. You stupid blue hoodie wearing idiot. Yeah, it is Damascus. Wow, big, thick, crazy layers there. I don't know that I've ever seen Damascus exactly like that. Let's keep going here. High-end keychain lot. Oh, boy, are those COAs? Oh, yeah, okay, so they are actually custom-made. They come with COAs. Okay, cool. Ooh, Rockstead Higo 2. Is that the fade? The gold fade? I believe so. Yeah, the whole thing looks like it's the same color. I think, hold on, blah, 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 blah. I really wish that Rockstead would just make a non-anodized, like just do a version of it that's just polished. It really does look like it's the same ano all the way through, though. I think it's probably more gold back here, more polished up here. But anyways, cool knife. Less expensive than they go for, brand new. So there's an option for you there. Mina, I'm not sure how to pronounce that. Those are, I believe, USA made mid-techs. Pretty cool. Old Dominion Knife Works Custom Gent XL. Should we put me down here? Or wait, no, down here. Does that make it look like I'm peeking out from the bottom of your screen? Just trying to find a place where I'm not in the way. How about over here? Yeah, that works. Holt Blade Works more. Ooh, that's a Morpheus. So people ask me why I don't own a Holt, and I just don't like how light their lock bar tension is. It makes me a little nervous. Rare Hinderer full track. It absolutely is. Is that a Harpoon Spanto? Oh boy, yeah. No, it's just like the right. It's not a Harpoon Spanto. It's just like whatever they call that blade chain. Is it a battle something or other finish? Light wear of the tip. Blah blah blah. Doesn't say. I would prefer that you specify the finish on the frame. Hinderer fans will appreciate that. Demco 8020S, full texture, Copus. I think that's Copus. I don't know. Oh no, that's so funny. That's so funny. Oh man, what a treat. Oh man, I got this knife. I gotta post it. Oh my gosh. It's the Dolica. No way. That's funny. Let's read. You have stainless China steel sandwiched between impressively thin plastic scales, so you know it'll last forever. It doesn't hold an edge, and it's almost impossible to get sharp, but you won't care about any of that after you look at the expanded metal looking nylon thumb studs. The blade is nowhere near centered, but the lockup is solid. Amazing. The integrated pocket clip is an engineering marvel. Look, fellas, I know this isn't quite a Shiro, but with the ridiculous prices I see listed here, I figured why not? There's probably someone stupid or wealthy enough they'll buy this POS EDC beast. That's really funny. That's funny. Yeah, it's the Daleka. That's so funny. So I hope that doesn't encourage people to make ridiculous, like, I don't want people to, like, start spamming joke posts, right? But that is really funny. Anyways, I know that I have to do the title or the thumbnail with that in there. That's really great. Anyways, A2, oh wait, A2 knives, A11 flipper. I'm pretty sure that's South African. Yeah. Absolutely gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous. Stunning. Is this end cut carbon fiber? That's what it looks like to me. Yep. I love how end cut carbon fiber looks. A lot of people don't like it. Tell me what you think. Mini RAS. Full thickness compact MG8020. That is very, very rare. Yeah. Very rare. I have only handled one of these one time. One. Am I missing? What's the significance of that? Magna Cut. That's super cool, man. I mean, I ain't paying $1,500 for that. Super cool, though. Very, very cool. Glass blast. God dang. These glass blasted versions of the Umnumzan are in such high demand. You can ask for $1,000 on the secondary market. Holy moly. People always get bent out of shape. So, like, I don't get too bent out of shape about people asking for a lot of money on the secondary market. Number one, it's a massive waste of emotional energy. Like, I don't know why people, like, rewind 10 years. Nothing, no difference. People always do it, right? If you post a knife and you're asking what the average person would consider to be multiple hundreds of dollars over fair market value, right? Let's say you've got 10,000 people and all of them are like, you suck, clown, bozo, boo, and then one person buys it. All 10,000 of those people turn into clowns. I mean, like, that's going to make people upset, but that's the truth. It only takes one buyer, right? So why waste your energy? There's no reason. I mean, the secondary market is, I know I call it like where people come to buy, sell, and trade. Before BladeBinge was the Wild West, right? Of like places where you could do that, because there was a lot of lawlessness, a lot of people getting away with scamming. But the secondary market in and of itself is a Wild West, right? I mean, you can't do anything about it. All you can do is either buy it or not buy it, right? So yeah, if nobody buys it, then they're forced to reduce the price, right, or keep it. If one person buys it, they listed it correctly. They don't have multiple to sell; they have that one, right? So that's just how it works. I suppose the negative part of that, I remember seeing that last time. It's a really good looking one. The negative part of that is that when one person does it, if they are successful, then everybody else who owns that knife suddenly starts listing them higher. But that's, that's how that works. GTC, I saw that last time as well. Probably relisted. Sergey Rogovets. And Mav Knives hand front flipper. Kind of want to look at that. Hold on. Let's see here. Oh, God, that green is so nice. Oh, big fan. I love green anno. Whole thing is green anno. That's just good looking. I don't know how I feel about it being accented with Damascus. I think green would look better being accented with zirconium. $666. Why? Why specifically? Those are rare. TRM Atom Hall. Oh wait. Oh, it's hologround. IRIE custom hologround. So this was done by someone else. I mean, okay, cool. I have this knife. Is it rare? I mean, maybe I don't know. Maybe that's like a special thing that I just don't know about. Scorpion 6 titanium Mechtig knife blade USA custom folder 154 cm sharpened. Okay. Boker Solingen 1969 Z28 Damast. Interesting. What is this? Z28 Damast. I've never heard of that. I'll have to look that up afterwards. Chris Reeve Menandi Ladder Damascus. Those are super nice. Super cool. I personally don't want to pay $1,200 for it, but it is very cool. Chris Reeve Umnum Zahn. What we have is a Magna Cut Zahn with full kit of Zerk. Okay. Arius Gen 4 USA Blade exclusive Safe Queen. Not a bad price on that. Not a bad price. It is a flipper. Smooth. Not bad for what these typically go for secondary. Oh, man. That is wild. I haven't seen one of those in a long time. Wow. S30. Look how old this is. S35EN 55 to 57. It is a fixed blade, though. So, I mean, that's probably... It's almost like, why not just use a different steel? FDE green, beret, and then the Pacific. Magna Cut 6162, which is probably the appropriate, you don't want 64 HRC Magna Cut on a fixed blade like this. I mean, I don't know. Maybe you can tell me why you would. Personally, I'd rather be on the lower end of the optimized range if I was going to beat the crap out of the knife. That is really cool, though. This is it's a Harzy collab. God, that is so nice. Shadow 3. What? I've never even heard of this. What? That's wild. 26 years old. Oh my gosh, that's wild. I've never heard of that. Huh. Bergblade's Barber in Damasteel. That's cool. C pattern, Gen 4 Safe Queen. Hold on. Yeah, I do like that. Not exactly the texture I'm personally looking for. One day it'll line up. Laser Bacon M390 on, is that a Severn? Yeah. Super cool knife. God dang, those things go for a lot of money, I guess. Davlis, that's a cool knife. Spyderco Para 3, that's kind of neat. Customized it. Rob Johnson Cedar, one-off in S90V. Ooh, let's take a look. So I have the Cedar, and I EDC this. But mine doesn't look like this. That is really, really cool. And he does S90V, huh? I didn't know that. Very cool. Maybe I did know that. Where's this made? Country of origin is Germany? Okay. I thought it was Latvia. Maybe I'm misremembering. Rick Hinderer Eclipse Hollow Ground, customized by USA. So, if you're curious about this, this is the Damascus. This is fully authorized by Rick Hinderer. So if you look at this and you're worried that like that's not from the, so it's not from the ranch for like the people who are big into like the ultra, direct from the source Hinder knives, if you're really into that. But USA made blade has a special relationship with Hinder knives where they are allowed to do this and then sell it as brand new. So this is Hinderer authorized work, which is interesting. They do the same thing on, so I think ZT lets them do it as well. There's probably some other companies who let them do it. Full track Spanto S45EN, very cool. I do like that. Hey, that's a much better price on a Sakosha. I think I said that this knife probably should cost like $450. $525 is not bad at all if you want to pick that knife up. Very cool. Miller Bros M8 Compact. I want to see that with the blade out. God, those are such cool fixed blades. They're so over the top, but I love that. It looks like an orcish weapon from Skyrim. That's what it makes me think of. That's super cool. All right, hold on here. Hold on. Menandi Bach. Why did you just put the Chris Reeve logo? Ooh. Oh, I haven't seen one of these forever. Oh, man. Gosh, Rhea, bring this back. I love the torrent. Everything but that weird pocket clip. That's bizarre. But everything else about this, so cool. And it used to be... Look at that backspacer. So cool. God, that knife is awesome. This used to be a knife that was like 300 something, maybe even less. 550 though. Really cool. Love that. Love that knife. You definitely don't see those very often. Ishtar 668 Damascus anti-Damascus. Excellent price on that. Guarantee you that this was close to $3,000. Probably $2,800. So much better price on it. It's polished too. Yeah, very nice high polish. Very cool. Let's read about it. Ishtar 60 purchased directly from Polish Custom Knives. One minor scratch on the pocket clip. There, I told you, $2,800. Yeah, one little scratch on the pocket clip, which honestly, you could probably send it in and have them take care of that. Can almost guarantee that they would. I mean, like they would do it for a fee. They could bring it back to perfect. $1,000 off is pretty great. Those I own many full dress Herman knives. They are absolutely worth it. Project X with the textured lock side. Do love that. Love that. Wish they would sell those factory full tie. Like, I know they're going to cost like $800 or whatever. Same as doing a full tie XM24. But, you know, I would buy one. I absolutely would. Spyderco Shaman Nebula Zirconium Medenbos scales. I don't even know what that means. Let's look at this. Oh, yeah, it's pretty cool. I don't know why they call it Nebula. It just looks like lizard skin, kind of. Cool, though. That's going to make it pretty pricey. 80/20 Shark's Foot full size. Very cool. Love that. Very cool. Koenig Mini Arias. Still the highlight of this whole experience today has been that Dolica being listed for 10 grand. Oh, that's a bit. Hinder Eclipse textured lock side. I've never seen one. I've never seen an Eclipse with a textured lock side. Also, what's his filler tab here? Hold on. Hold on. What do you got on the front scale there? American Ironwood. Okay, so that came like that. S35VN. What? So, wait a minute. Is this a factory? Is that a factory? Yeah, so the filler tab's not secondary. The filler tab is just part of the... It says it's S45. I was going to say S35VN is wrong. S45VN. Harpoon Spanto Triway. Stonewash blue-green textured lockside. American Ironwood tie hardware. That's why. That is very good looking on this side. I don't like the scale, but this looks great. Very cool. Casey Knives Gray. Olamic Whippersnapper. That's probably a new gen. Those are awesome. I love those. Hinderer XM24 Skinner full tie. Definitely not something that you see all the time. Ooh, you know what? I bet this is pre-Triway. Hold on. Yep, I know my Hinderer knives. That's wild. That's an old one. So S35VN. That might actually be S35VN. Yeah. So this is a pre-Triway XM24. I was going to say, it has been a long time since they have done an XM24 Skinner. So no lock bar insert, but these don't need it. If you're nervous about this, no reason to be. Those lock faces are carbidized, and I guarantee you that lock settled in at about 45% and hasn't moved. That thing is probably... Look, this is back where they just wrote on there. I bet this It's at least 8 years old. At least. Like new in box. So the reason I thought I could tell is because of how I remember that line. You'd always get that little, almost like a heat line from the sharpening. And also their pivots used to look a little bit different. Just a little bit. Same with the logos. And that has the old school stonewashing on it. He's got some custom hardware. So basically what he's charging, like this knife, even 8 years ago, was $595. And then the titanium scale, which I'm going to guess he probably got more recently because those are just stupid rare. Stupid rare. That would have been a $200 scale. So he's literally charging exactly what he paid for it. And then he's going to eat the tax and the shipping, right? So, yeah, that's pretty cool. So if you're wondering so this came with the Battleship Gray, it looks like. What's in the pivot, since it's pre-Triway, and you can always tell because it'll have the Triway thing on the flipper tab, and it'll also have a steel lock bar insert. There was a small period of time with the XM18 3.5 inch. It was a Gen 5 where they did steel lock bar insert but no Triway. Those are, sometimes you'll find sheep's foot blades that are like that. The XM24 I think went straight from no lock bar insert, no Triway to lock bar insert and Triway back, when was that? 2019, 2018 maybe. So I think it was maybe right in there, 2018. The inside the pivot is nylon. The XM24 did have a detent that was just fine back then. It was a much heavier blade, but the action's going to be running on nylon. But that is rare. Titanium standoffs from never cut or carried. Yeah, that's pretty cool. I haven't seen one of those for a very, very long time. Ooh, Fullard Spear with the flipper. Cool. Love that blade shape. Is this a 3-inch? Close, you fool. There we go. Looks like a 3-inch. Yep, 20 CV. So that's, I believe that's a DLT trading exclusive Hinderer. Yep. Pretty cool if you want the 3-inch. I feel like all of the 3 inches should be non-flippers. XM18. I'm just super interested in the secondary market Hinderer stuff. XM18 full stonewash tie S 45 slicer monkey edge frag. Oh, I want that. I want that. Is that actually authentic? Hold on, let's look at the box. No, he just put the frag scale on there. For $540, up for grabs a Hinderer XM18 non-flipper with a lighter detent. Why? Oh, it's because it's a non-flipper. Duh. Compared to the heavy edge, blah, blah, blah. Incredible feeling thumb stud. He's right. He is correct. It's very good. So the best ergos, Strider Espionage, blah, blah, does have a small amount of pivot lash, darn. I mean, he's right. It doesn't affect operation. And you could send it to Hinder to fix it. But it's just slightly annoying. It's probably why he's got it priced like this. Second order, carried twice, cut paper, factory edges mint, no play. The MEFP tie scale has been recently installed, so it does also have some lock stick. Yeah, that's what happens when you install titanium scales. As somebody who's done that 15 times, you will get lock stick for a little bit, and then it works itself out. But that's a real MEFP frag scale, making that pretty rare. The scale alone is worth more than what they would normally charge. Pretty cool, honestly. That would be worth buying for me and sending it into Hinder to have the detent lash fixed. Good Lord. Oh. 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 Oh my God. 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 One of a kind full dress Riat Jackson original. Started its life as a Dama and brass. Okay, but I was gonna say there's no way this is a factory original. I'm gonna tell you right now, had I read that this was like a special thing that Riat did and they didn't market it and somehow this guy ended up with it, I would buy this. That's not in my budget, but I would have bought that. Johnny T and James Muhlenberg do a collab on the scales to upgrade to a full dress jack. No others like this one, so don't miss out. It really is nice, though. Like, that is such a unique looking scale. Kind of hard to price, so accepting offers since I'm not really sure what to post for it. That's perfectly fair. I don't think this is far off. I think, you know, like, obviously, you know, if you're interested in this, something like that is going to bump that price. Because let me tell you something. I used to own the original Damascus jack, and I paid back then, which was before I started the channel. It probably would have been 2016 or 2015. Back then, I paid $625 for it, $650 on Blade Forums, and it was just carbon fiber and Damascus steel. So the value has absolutely gone up on the Damascus steel ones. And then they did them either in carbon fiber or in brass. Zircotai, titanium frame. Yeah, and this is also an integral. Those scales are absolutely gorgeous. The scales alone, you're probably looking at $1,000. Like, that's what a normal person would, and it'd be on both sides. Like, that's what you would normally pay for something like that. So, Damascus steel pivot collar, so cool. So, yeah, $2,000 is probably right there. 26 minutes. Sorry, got blabbing on about the Hinder stuff and this guy here. That's going to be it. Check out the links in the description. Check out BladeBinge. It's worth becoming a regular member, which I don't believe you pay anything for. I think it's totally free to be a member. So definitely check it out. Love doing this. Love finding awesome stuff. That's going to be it today, guys. Please make sure to follow me on Instagram at metal_complex. If you enjoyed this video, leave a like. If you'd like to check out my other content, I do, of course, have lots of videos of knives that are either expensive or inexpensive that I do or don't like, so check those out. And if you enjoy all my content, go ahead and click on that Metal Complex logo right there and subscribe, because there's definitely more coming. Thanks again for watching, everybody, and have a great day.